What up, dudes and friends? This is Dudes and Friends podcast. This is Ruben. Episode 17 is live going on, joined by my boy Brandon. Mr. Brandon, what's good, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Man, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of moves made in the NFL. I think we're going to talk today. And then your squad did it. Spurs going to the finals.
Dude, let's go. My squad did it. There's a lot to talk about. A lot's happened since we last recorded. Let's rehash real quick. So it was obviously, we were talking about the Spurs NBA playoffs. Spurs beat the Thunder in seven. What are your thoughts of the series overall? What were your thoughts on Game Seven? Tell me what you think.
Yeah, great series overall. You can really tell last two series, there's a major shift. Jay Will for Oklahoma City was out. But not only that, like both games, those last two games. Start of the game, Spurs just punched him in the mouth, got jumped on him, got up on him. They were forcing turnovers. Thunder was turning the ball over like crazy. Shy didn't, just take over the game with shooting free throws, so they kind of took him out of it. They played super physical. Like you saw a lot of clips of them like roughing up Chet, that dude trucking Shy on the baseline. So that I thought that they just turned it up on him there towards the end of the series. They were the more physical team. They forced more turnovers, and then Wimby, I mean, he's unreal. So I mean, if you have him on defense, like even Shy was talking post game, just saying like their defense is just completely different from any other team. They can literally funnel every play to him, and he's just incredibly long. He can block almost anything. So great series. I think the Spurs have a good chance to maybe take it all the way. But what are you kind of feeling?
So I mean, it. Look, I've said this before. Oklahoma, they were up 3-2 in the series. It. I felt as a whole going into it, Oklahoma City was going to win the series because history says a team with experience is going to beat a young team, a team with no experience, right? Especially a defending champ with a two-time MVP, right? There's no reason to believe that they wouldn't have have that they wouldn't have moved past
Right.
that round. So um, I'm a huge Spurs fan. I was rooting for them. I just figured at some point the ball was going to drop, and it was this is why. And I guess after game two, that's where Oklahoma City dominated, and they kind of took over. And then I think at game five, when Oklahoma City won in Oklahoma City, where they won pretty convincingly, that's where it felt like, okay, this is their championship experience coming out. Um, Dude, yeah, I mean, the Spurs are really just they're playing in uncharted territory, man. No team has ever done this with no experience, being as young as they are. I saw that um, they're younger. Their starting five is younger than Michigan University starting five. Uh,
Insane. Yeah.
insane,
Yeah.
insane. So dude, like that's just so crazy. They love each other. They're such a team. I will say with Game Seven, um, as bad as the referees were, and as bad as Shea was all series with foul baiting and flopping. Game seven was the complete opposite. The refs wanted, I don't know if Adam Silver talked to them or if the refs just talked to each other. They wanted no part of the outcome. And I mean, I don't know if you saw that game. The refs let them play. Like there
Yeah.
was there was a lot of instances in that game where I was like, dang, that should have been a foul. That would be a foul. That would normally be a foul. Dude, there was
Right.
nothing like that. The refs let them play. So to their credit, they let them play. And so I do appreciate that. And then with Shea, dude, I look, I hate on him. I'll probably still
Yeah.
hate on him in next year and beyond. He played like an MVP in game seven. In game seven. He played like an MVP. Fortunately, he was the only one that showed up in Game Seven for Oklahoma. But dude, I feel bad. I did feel bad for him. I really did. Um, but man, I mean, I don't know if it was a health thing on why Oklahoma City lost. Like if I'm Oklahoma City, do I just run it back? I mean, I guess in theory you could, right? Because you were the one seed with the MVP. Do you run it back or do you make changes? I know Chet had arguably one of the worst games of all time in a game seven, as the type of player that he is. Some people are saying that he's going to turn into what Ben Simmons turned into, and so I don't. I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I can't imagine that that is. But like, what do you think that should they do anything this offseason?
Man, I would say you can run it back. I mean, you pointed out Chet. Maybe that's the only guy you'd maybe throw some offer or open the door to some teams to throw offers for, to see if you can get something out of him. But I was just looking at how many field goals he shot. Yeah, so he shot
Two
two field goals and played 33 minutes.
and
One for
two,
two. So he did kind of play scared there towards the end. I think they roughed him up a little bit. I think
bro. He
you
played
see the
scared the
hit.
whole game,
Yeah, he was playing scared out there. So I think they could make a move on him. But other than that, like I think that they understand that Jay Will was out. I think he makes a big difference when he's playing. That's just another huge weapon. Because I mean, you even had guys like Jared McCain was getting hot a few times and hitting a bunch of threes, getting a steal, getting a point, getting a bucket here. So they did have guys off the bench that were doing well. So that's why I feel so strongly about the Spurs doing well in the finals because I do think that they still beat like a really dangerous team, but they could run it back and they have some more first round picks. I mean, hell, dude, they're gonna just keep stacking it up. Um, yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back.
dude. Yeah, I think yes. Like if Jay Will was there, maybe things would have changed. He played game six and he played game one. So it wasn't like he didn't play that series. He played game one
Yeah,
when De'Aaron Fox didn't play game one and the Spurs won, right? And so he played game six when the Spurs whooped up. Was it game six or game five? I think it was game six when the Spurs whooped up on him. So would he have made a game difference in game seven? Maybe, but I'm not going to say that that's like there's certainly not an asterisk on that win, right? The
right.
Spurs beat them. Um, I think just Oklahoma, man. I don't know what you do with Chet because, dude, like Chet had a bad game seven, but it wasn't game seven, man. It was the whole series. Like I think he averaged around 10 points. This dude was third team All NBA this year, dude. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. 10 points in a conference finals series, point like to average that and to only shoot two shots in the last game. Like I don't know how you come back from that, especially doing that in Oklahoma. Right? If you did that in San
Right.
Antonio, you could blame something else, man. You could blame anything else. You There's nothing to blame here, man, other than Wimby, and Wimby's not going anywhere. So I
Nope.
don't know.
He'll be
I
there
don't
for a
know.
while.
Yeah, he'll be there for a
Yeah.
while. I do agree. You run it back. I don't think that they should be prisoners of the moment and then just trade Chet. Even though you could get something really good, I think the initial thought was they could target Giannis. Um, but even getting Giannis right, like I don't know. Maybe defensively that makes Oklahoma City better. Offensively, I don't think so. Um,
Yeah, I agree. I think offensively it would still go through at that point J Will SGA, your other scores, Caruso. I don't think, yeah, like you said. I mean, Giannis would still be bringing it up if he was on there, but yeah, I don't think that's who the offense would go through. That would be super nasty if he went there. Um, yeah, but yeah, I don't see any reason to make moves though, like you were saying. But that is the guy that I would throw out there. If
mhm.
you did have to make a move, I wouldn't give up any other pieces. If they said, "Well, we'll give you this for this guy," I would keep all those other guys together. I think that's what's most important. I
I
think,
was looking at some Thunder like some Thunder comment boards on some of their posts on their own pages, just kind of getting a feel for how they felt about their
yeah,
own team. And there was, I mean, aside from all the Chet hate, there was some people suggesting that they should move on from Jay Will. Again, I don't know. I don't follow the team that well, so I don't know
yeah,
how well or how well he didn't do or did do. But there was people suggesting it. That I'm just throwing that out there. But I don't
yeah.
know, man. That's
You
pretty
never
crazy.
know. I think SGA mentioned after the game, he said he felt like they would have. I think he mentioned Jay Will not playing and that they would have won with him.
Well, Jay
Um,
Will said that had he played, things would have. He said he doesn't
yeah,
make the team worse, so things
right.
would have been different if he would have played. I was like, all right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
But at the end of the day, like you said, it's still not an asterisk. They came out and took over. They were down. They came out whooped ass at game six, game seven, and they took over. Like they bullied them. They had highlights bouncing around on Twitter of them just trucking them mid game. So they were the better team. But yeah, I'm seeing here like SGA did have pretty good stats that game seven, but just wasn't enough. They were down
yeah,
like 10 the whole game.
he was lining it up, man. He lit it up game seven. He really did
Yeah.
remind me of, in general, he reminded me of Anthony Edwards because I would pick Anthony Edwards over SGA, but he
Yeah.
reminded me like there was he couldn't miss. And
Right.
he was getting double teamed and he was making all the right passes, all the right moves. I was like, damn, this is an MVP right here. But you know, he didn't have any other help outside of that. So shout out Spurs, man, do your thing. I love the intensity they brought, bro. I mean, I was feeling it in my living room. I felt like I was on the Spurs bench, like I was like just hype, just so pumped. And then yeah, I mean, talking ahead about the Knicks, like, and maybe my super fan is coming out and thinking, well, the Knicks are going to be no issue. I don't want to discredit the Knicks, man, because like they've had a great playoff run. I think that the East has been down this year, and the playoffs showed it. But so that's not to discredit anything the Knicks have done because they dominated the playoffs. But I mean, personally, I think the Spurs will win in five.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if they'll win in five. I think that's they'd have to come out and just the thing with the Knicks, Jalen Brunson really controls the game. I think that they slow it down. They play like half court a lot. Um, I think Cat will be a little bit. I think it's gonna be a lot different playing Cat versus playing Chet matched up with Wemby.
Wemby.
So. Yeah, I think they're going to be not that he's going to be an even matchup for him, but he's not just going to completely dominate in the same way. He can make a difference there. I think that the Knicks have more veteran supporting players that have been there. Adebayo, is that who? Or no, not not
Oh,
not
OG,
Bam. OG
uh,
Anunoby. Yeah, I got them
Anunoby,
mixed
yeah.
up. I don't know how they like nothing alike, but yeah, he's been playing great. Josh
He has
Hart.
been, yeah.
Um, yeah, they've had some great guys off the bench. Shamit's been playing really good, but they got a lot of guys that have been playing well. They've been hot at home. They got a good crowd behind them. That really makes a huge difference. Uh, those games are a lot about momentum, so they get a lot of steals. I think it'll be a pretty good matchup. I think I would still lean Spurs just because of the momentum that they have. Wemby's just so different out there, but I think it's gonna go to seven. I think it's gonna go all the way to seven. Spurs in seven.
Damn.
Yeah,
Dude, the way I look
that's
at
us.
it, there isn't anything that New York has better than Oklahoma City has. Uh, the home environment is not better than Oklahoma City. Um, I would say maybe they have better defenders, because to your point, like Cat is probably better, and I think Mitchell Robinson can be a bruiser on defense too, to help out against Wemby. Um, but like, all right, like there, I don't. Brunson is good because he's just so random, dude. He's like just a little mouse, and I say little, he's like 6'3". But
Which is
yeah, I mean
crazy because he looks little out there, but
yeah,
yeah,
but he just runs all over the place. He's fast, and then he just throws up a crazy three, and they seemingly all go in. So, and he is
yeah.
he hits them in the clutch too.
Mhm.
So I'll give him that, but man, I trust Castle, I trust Fox, I trust Harper, I trust these guys so much more. And again, I mean, I'm just gonna stand on like there's nothing that the Knicks do better than Oklahoma City does. Because if the Knicks were playing Oklahoma City, it would be a no brainer that Oklahoma City would win the series. So why I don't know the notion that okay, well Spurs beat them in Oklahoma City, so why are people up in the air about like this being a 50-50 series?
I
Um,
think the biggest, because I think the biggest advantage why the Spurs won the way that they did was because of Wemby and the difference with his presence, how he was backdooring their center and dunking on Chet, how he was just completely dominating them. And I think a lot of people see the Knicks and they see Cat is kind of like he's a great player. He can shoot threes and he's a huge guy. He can play down low. So I think that's just the main thing that makes a difference. But if they come out and he's still dominating the same way, yeah, they're probably going to get him out of there pretty quick, like they've gotten the other team, just like they got the Timberwolves out of there quick. Um, they had the battles with them early, but once Gobert kind of he got his whatever his energy out, and he came back to normal, came back down to the earth. They started whipping that ass again. So, anyways, yeah, I think I got a good shot, but I like it's just the matchup thing is the way that I see it. Do you think that you think he'd dominate Cat the same way as he dominated Chet?
dude, to your point, man. I mean, we like Cat is good defensively, but between the Timberwolves and Oklahoma City, their defenders are better than New York Knicks. Like I don't know, man. I just don't like. Yeah, we like Gobert was how many times has he won Defensive Player of the Year? Right? Did he win it last year? I don't remember.
He might
Uh,
have. Yeah, he might
so I
have.
mean, dude, like, and yeah, they took it to him. So I don't know, man. Now I'm just like, dude, ain't no way in hell, the Spurs are gonna do what they did to Oklahoma City and then let somebody else beat them. Hell no. So like I'm like
I
that
hope
was
not.
that was to me, yeah, right. That'd be crazy. But I mean, yeah, like
Uh,
Oklahoma City had everything. They had a better
yeah.
environment. They had the better team from one to 10 or how like including their bench. They had a better coach, right? I don't Mike Brown, coach of the Knicks. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach. He's a journeyman coach in the NBA. Right. I think they have a better coach in Oklahoma City. Like, and so again, Oklahoma City doesn't have something that, or excuse me, the Knicks don't have anything that Oklahoma City didn't have. Like, they don't have experience either. The Knicks, when it comes to finals, so they, I mean, like, what are
Didn't
we
didn't
talking about?
um didn't dude win with Toronto? The guy that I got mixed up, Anunoby.
OG, did he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was on that Toronto team,
Okay,
but that's the
he
only
might.
one that I knew that yeah,
I
other than
mean, yeah, I
that,
mean
no.
Harrison Barnes won with the Warriors, so it's not like you
Yeah,
know.
other than that, it's even playing field. But you also got the age thing that you mentioned earlier. I mean, they've been fine so far. They're going to shit their pants when they start playing in the finals. When you got a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old in the starting five,
Nah,
maybe
bro.
they'll be fine.
Nah, they don't. They don't. They don't.
But
I don't think so, man. I don't think they'll. I don't think that they would get this far just to get this far. I
and you've been mentioning the fans. MSG is going to be insane. If
Oh,
the Knicks are in the
100%.
finals, yeah, it's not going to be like just a normal game in there. So it's going to be tough getting wins there, I think. Like after the first, because
MSG is dope. MSG is dope.
who actually has home court advantage in the series?
Spurs.
Spurs will.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It's looking good for him.
I'll be there
That's who
game
I would put
one.
money on. Yeah.
I'll be there game one, man. Got
Hell yeah.
tickets, so that's
You got to get a little we got to get a video clip.
dude, something, man.
You should get a
Uh,
video clip at the game. Throw it in the
Dang,
next
that'd be
one.
pretty dope, right? Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
do that, but dude, I gotta be there, man. Gotta be. I gotta see them Knicks celebs and just talk trash to them. Telling
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
dude, Chalamet, I love your movies, bro. You're so great. But if I see you in person, it's on site. Don't be wearing Knicks
Yeah.
gear around me. It's on site.
They're gonna have everybody out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalamet, Ben Stiller. You should
Yep.
be should be
Spike
out
Lee. I
there.
know Spike Lee will
Like
be there for
Lee.
sure.
Oh yeah.
But no, dude, I'm super excited. But I got Spurs in five, man. So you think it's gonna go seven?
I think yeah, I'd still put it on seven.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
man. All right. Dude, you brought it up at the top of the episode. A lot of moves in the NFL today. Huge moves, huge, random maybe, some random, some Mr. and Mrs. Vrabel called a few months back, but um, Patriots officially finally traded for AJ Brown, even though the Eagles been saying that they want to keep him. I don't know why they'd be saying that. I mean, just dude, just be honest.
Yeah,
Um, so he's officially a Patriot, reunited with Mike Vrabel. Um, Rams, this was a big one. Rams traded for Myles Garrett. That kind of came out of nowhere. Um,
really did.
that was big. And just a couple random wide receiver signings by the Giants, picking up Odell Beckham, Juju Schuster, and then uh, you also mentioned it, Russell Wilson going to CBS. He's not officially retired, right? Like he's just doing the
I
CBS route.
don't know what else
I
I'd
feel
call it.
like
Yeah.
well, look, I mean, look what happened to Philip Rivers, right? Philip Rivers was
Yeah, I
chilling
guess you're
and then he
right.
got the call. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Um,
I bet he's keeping himself warm just in case for the right situation.
which one makes more sense to you out of these two, the Odell signing or him stepping away? Definitely didn't see either one coming, obviously, going into the offseason. But Odell getting
Uh,
signed to play football again, or Russell Wilson this being his last year, especially with how bad some of these quarterbacks are. Like some of these teams, they're gonna have they're gonna need a quarterback. So
Russell Wilson for sure because
yeah.
he set himself up nice because he's going to get a nice paycheck from CBS. He'll stay active, he'll stay ready, and God forbid a playoff contending team QB goes down, dude. I guarantee you, they're going to give him a look just to stay healthy enough to keep the team afloat until their starter comes back. This happens every single year that
Yeah.
injuries happen. So dude, he said himself, oh, dude, OBJ will be an afterthought by week 3.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like
Yeah.
Jackson Dart. I mean, that team, like the O line. I don't know how good the O line is. Um, yeah, man, we'll see. I don't know. I know there was I don't know how good that team's going to be. I know they got Harbaugh as the new coach, but that's still
They'll
a
have
young team.
yeah, they'll have Malik Neighbors back. He
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
healthy
that's true.
again.
And
Um,
Scatterboo back.
yeah, I think they'll be pretty solid, bro. Yeah, he's a good coach. He's a great coach. He had Baltimore in the playoffs every year, damn near. And yeah, they've always had a good team, especially even when Lamar went down a couple years, they were still winning games with Huntley. They would just replace him, but they were always a tough team to play. But yeah, I mean, and another one like you had mentioned, Miles Garrett to the Rams. Their defense, they made some moves this summer, dude. Like their offense was already insane last year. The Matt Stafford, those receivers they got, and now they added Miles Garrett, they added Trent McDuffie, and then they added the Chiefs' other corner, Jalen Watson. So I mean, you got a guy that's going to get to the quarterback immediately, and then you got a secondary right there. You already had a couple good linebackers. Um, but yeah, they're going to be a nasty team to deal with.
I feel like the Rams felt like they needed to make a splash move so they could drown out the noise of them drafting Ty Simpson. So people don't talk about that no more. I guarantee you, people already forgot because of
Uh,
the Myles Garrett signing. Also, how
yeah,
crazy would it be if Aaron Donald came out of retirement to play one season alongside Myles
dude,
Garrett?
man, yeah, that'd be insane. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it be a legendary year. They wouldn't. I mean, they shouldn't lose any games if they had all those guys.
Dude, when I saw Myles Garrett like in like the mock uniform or whatever in the Rams, I don't know why I was like it felt like it fit. Like I was like, wait, it just came off like he had been with the Rams all along. And I was like
Oh,
it just
really?
makes
Yeah,
sense. Um, and that sucks to be going from the Rams to the Browns.
yeah,
Uh, that's trash. But dude, Rams scary, man. I don't know if Seattle's gonna be able to keep up this year.
dude. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough division. San Francisco will be back. They're always good. They're a good coach.
They
They
had a lot
always
of injuries last year.
Yeah, a lot of injuries, and they were still winning games. So they always find a way. They're going to get a lot of their guys back, and dude, yeah, that division's going to stay strong. It's probably the best division in the NFC. Yeah, you can't even really. Yeah, I mean, out of the four you have, yeah, I think by far the best. But it is going to be an interesting year. AFC moves. Not too many. Were there any big AFC moves today? I don't even
No,
think there
not
were.
really.
I guess
Yeah, not
Patriots, or I guess AJ Brown,
yeah. I mean, that'll
going
be
pay.
good, right? Like who? Like well, uh, AJ Brown is definitely an upgrade from Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I'd take
Which
him over Diggs.
I don't think Diggs is coming back, right?
Dude, I don't know. So those charges were dropped. So that's the thing. Is a
Was
team
he
gonna
on
take the
contract? I don't
risk?
even know.
He's not on contract. He got cut. So yeah, if a team is gonna want to take the risk, maybe get him for cheap. I think that they'll maybe do that after training camp. If he's not signed, I'd say by July, I'd say I don't see him like playing on a team until the season starts. Maybe if
Okay.
an injury happens and somebody picks him up, but I think, Antonio Brown happened not too long ago, and he's kind of he's not far off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think people are going to want to deal with it, but I mean, I wouldn't even want him to. We already Kansas City already has Rashi Rice issues. I was going to say we need another receiver, and I wouldn't even want them to get him.
Bro,
I think we have
he's
enough
as
problems.
we speak, he's chilling in jail, isn't he?
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he sure
Bro.
is. He just had a knee surgery, man. Yeah, so I mean,
He's
hopefully he
rehabbing in
gets.
jail.
Yeah, dude. Hopefully he gets I mean, he's not. He's definitely not seeing no damn physical therapist in there, but hopefully, but hopefully he gets to stretch it out. And yeah, dude, that's insane. Can't believe that happened.
Damn.
But we'll see. Yeah, season's a couple months away, so we'll start seeing some preseason and
Dude, it's
get
early
back rolling.
June. When's the Hall of Fame game?
Bro, I think it's usually like the second week of August or the first week of August. Let
I
me
think
see.
it's the I think it's the first week of August.
Let's see. Yeah, August 6th. So we're not,
Bro, we're two
we'll be
months
there
away.
soon. Yep.
That'll be
Can't
here in no
wait.
time.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
Can't wait. Yeah. Can't
Dude.
wait.
All right, man, we're here.
Yeah.
Well, if that's 2 months away, you know what's sooner than that is all these movies we talk about, all these summer movies. We just had a hell of a run in May. You and I,
Man.
we caught ourselves up to date. Let's talk about our thoughts. Let's talk about everything we saw. So, I mean, there was a ton of movies in May. It was a big horror movie month, huge horror movie month,
Huge.
and a very successful one at that. So let's talk a little bit about that. We're talking about Backrooms, talking about Obsession, Passengers. You saw Passengers.
Yeah.
You also saw that other one with Adam Scott, Hokum.
Hokum. Hokum's a great
Yeah,
movie. Yeah.
talk to me about those four movies and what like which ones you really liked and in
Yeah.
comparison to all of them.
Yeah, so really enjoyed all four overall. All four positive movies. I would watch all four again. And that's the thing with a lot of horror movies, they're not rewatchable. I don't think unless like I guess it depends on what your favorite genre is. I don't really like to rewatch horror movies. That's how good they were. I would rewatch them. I'd say in order. Um Out of those four. See, and that's the thing. Obsession, I think, is the one that's one of the most talked about, but I liked it, I'd say the least out of the four. Just because there were parts within the movie and I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, obviously. I just thought the dude was so weak in the movie. And like there were certain things that he could have done, dude. Like most of the movie, you have this thing going on, and not to spoil it or anything, but you have this going on. You see it from the trailer that she's obsessed with him. It's something that he wishes. There is no resolution that we're working towards the whole movie. It's the same thing that's happening over and over again. She keeps acting weird, and he keeps being soft and just ignoring it. And then he gets freaked out, and then they make up, and then but he's not working to fix it until like the last 20 minutes, and then like insane, yeah, something insane happens, and I'm like, okay, that kind of takes me out the raining. And so, but other than that, I thought it was a great movie just in the sense that it was a really good original story. I like the story of it. It's not like something that's just been redone. So I thought it was unique. I thought that the acting was really great. Like it was believable. The girl was like when she was going in and out of in and out of the scenes, like realizing where she was at. I thought that was really cool. Next, probably Passengers. I really enjoyed Passengers. It was a quick movie, about an hour and a half. I thought it did a really good job, like kind of basing it off the video game, but still making it a good movie because a lot of the times they are horrible when they try to do that based on video games. But you know, just from the trailer that that's basically what the movie is. It's a lot of that, and they apply what's great in the game into the movie, and that's what I really enjoyed about it. So you're basically watching the game. They add aspects to it, of course, to create like a story for it. I thought the finale is insane. It was entertaining for me. And then Hokum, and then after Hokum, number one spot, Backrooms. But Hokum, I really enjoyed it. Reminded me of the movie 1408, if you've ever seen that before. Kind of about a writer, doesn't really believe in ghosts, goes to a small town, runs
John
into some
Cusack, Samuel L. Jackson. Go check it out.
hell yeah. Yeah, yeah, great one, great one. But it really reminds me of that. Same character essentially. Like I said, writer doesn't believe in ghosts, and then crazy shit happens in this small town hotel. Um, And then Backrooms, dude, I really enjoyed. I'd like to really go back and forth on Backrooms because I know you've seen that one. So we can maybe go back and forth on Backrooms. But what do you think about the ones that you've seen so far?
So, real
Like out of
talk,
the
we're gonna have to throw a little spoiler warning because it's gonna be kind of hard to talk about this and not spoil it. So,
yeah, yeah.
spoiler warning on all this. So okay, so Backrooms. Talking about Backrooms, I first of all, it was scary. It was the found footage scene to me is so scary. Like I was
Yeah.
like within the first 10 seconds of the movie, I was covering my eyes. And so I was like, damn, here we go again. And then,
Yeah.
the movie happens. I thought it was so good for the first half of the movie. And then it changes because then like when his therapist goes inside the back rooms to look for him, that's when everything kind of changes. And it became really weird and it became a very A24 film. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that like that's like that they just have an act for being kind of weird and being off the cuff and not normal. I did read a lot of reviews like what like the ending meant and certain things about it because it is based off of two YouTube shorts. Um, so I did read up on that. It does make a little bit more sense now, which does make me want to see it again. Um, but without that reference point, I thought the ending was a little weird, and I was like, "What?" But I mean, overall, the movie's good. It really was. It really was, man. So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, what did you think about Backrooms?
Dude, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it. The back and forth between the found footage view and then just actual view. Um, I thought they did a really great job with that. I haven't seen that in a while, if I've seen it at all. I'm trying. I don't even remember seeing a movie that's done it that well, gone back and forth. You either have one or the other, and
Yeah,
they
yeah. It's hard because you can't really
yeah,
compare it to like Paranormal Activity because the whole
right, because
movie
it's
paranormal found footage.
right.
Um, yep.
So, so like the way they went back and forth, I thought really well done. The way that they unraveled the story, really well done. You kind of see the main character, kind of like his background issues that he has. The therapist is kind of digging at him, and that he's not an architect like he wanted to be. He like owns the furniture store and whatnot. And then you find more out about the therapist as you kind of go along. You see those flashbacks. But what I do think. I just think that the way that it was shot through the hallways, as far as the creepiness of the movie, like it was great. Like the music that they had with it built suspense. Like you really felt like you were like running away from this big, giant, scary ass monster. Trying not to get caught. I think that the way everything was set up, it looked real. The way there were like chairs melting in the walls. But tell me if you think there's some truth to this because I do really, really enjoy the movie. I do think that there were a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot. I think there's a few things that I have to ignore to make it a great movie, though. Just in the weird aspect that you're mentioning. Now, I think that a big difference, or I think the big moment that's going to depend on whether most people enjoy the movie or not, is if the scene lands at the end of the movie where that doctor or whoever he is talking to the woman and he says, like word for word, he says, "We don't really know what this is. Like we're learning more and more every day. We have no idea what this stuff is, and then new doors keep opening to places." If that lands, I think that really depends on everything because if that doesn't make sense, like if he doesn't say that, like a lot of that stuff before makes zero sense at all. Like why that's a copy of that guy, like why that just randomly popped up there, like what they're even doing there, like why they even showed that guy in the first place or that company. But like I think the ending, yeah, I don't know, cause like I said, it's still kind of a hole for me. It didn't hit 100%. I kind of just let it slide so that I could enjoy the rest of it. But I think that's like a big part of it. Is kind of how it wrapped up. What do you think?
Yep. I think first of all, uh, Clark is that the main guy's name in the movie?
I think so.
Um,
Yeah.
his character. Um, I'm still like there's still a lot of questions. Which on look overall, I do appreciate that there's a lot of questions after the movie because it makes you talk about it and it makes you guess and it makes you wonder. I do love that as much as like we're talking about it, it's like, man, I had those answers. It's a good thing that I don't have those answers because that's what's good for a movie. So they get you talking about it. Anyway, I don't know, like when the therapist came looking for him, and then he came and like he kind of like he essentially like kidnapped her and like tied her up and everything. I don't know if that was like the backroom version of him or like the copy version of him or was it actually him. I've heard both things, and then the ending with the doctor and that scene where she's at the table with him. I don't know if that's a. I've heard. I mean, again, right? We're really going off spoilers. I mean, I guess we were already spoiled at this point. I heard on the based on the YouTube shorts and reviews of that, again, as a reference point for context, that company they create MRI machines. And so, what's an MRI machine? MRI machine scans you and makes copies of you and photos of your body. Um, that they accidentally created the backrooms, this company, and so with that, that's kind of like I mean, he's right in a sense that they don't know what it is, but they're the ones that created it, and so and I mean, so like at the very end when it ended with her in the chair in the back rooms, and her face is all messed up, like that's the copy of her. I guess my question is, well, like what happened to the real her? And which I guess you can assume that maybe they killed her or something because they obviously can't let anybody out of the back rooms, or they can't let anybody out in the public knowing that the back rooms exist.
Right.
Um, so that's just my thought. But I mean, again,
Yeah.
right? Like the fact that we don't really know for sure is it's a good. It does make the movie good.
Yeah, yeah, I do like that aspect of it. It makes me want to go see it again. But I agree with you. That's kind of what I took from it is that like, yeah, they're not letting them out. That's either them that they leave down there and they turn into that after being down there like that. Or like you said, that's just a copy killed her. But are you thinking we're getting a sequel? I think a sequel's coming. I think this movie's gonna make hella money, and I think they're gonna have a second one, especially the way it ended. We didn't get a lot of that doctor. I think they'll maybe expand on that story a little bit, and we kind of get, closer to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When you leave a movie open with a lot of questions, you obviously leave room for a sequel. Man, I how much better would it make be this movie be if they never made a sequel though? I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I mean, yes, they could absolutely make a sequel. My worry is that this movie was made on what was the budget? It was super minimal. Um,
I think it
like
was 10 million.
yeah, I was
I'm
gonna say
pretty sure it was
I think
10.
it's like around 10 or maybe even less.
Yeah.
If you get a sequel, the budget's going to be 50 plus mil. And so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That always worries me. So I mean, sure. And then speaking of sequels, the guy that directed Obsession. What's his name? Barker. I think Curry Barker maybe is his name. He's also a young kid, mid 20s.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
he's writing another movie, and supposedly this movie is in the same universe as Obsession, and the ending of Obsession bleeds into the beginning of this movie. They're not. I mean,
oh,
they're.
really?
It's not necessarily a sequel,
Yeah.
but they are
Right.
tied. So that is kind of cool. I do
I'd be
like
down.
that. That you can kind of you don't need to make necessarily a sequel, but you can still answer questions from the previous movie.
Right. Right.
So that is interesting. Which and Obsession was good. It's great because it's a simple story. It's easy. You don't. I mean, you make it again, right? Let's talk spoilers. We're already here. We already done spoiled backrooms. We're gonna get a letter from A24 next week. But I think to your point, right? You were talking about the guy, like he was just so mad at her, or like he was dull, like he was making all the wrong decisions. I think that's kind of what made the movie good because he knew she was crazy and he was staying with her every single bit of the way because that's what he wished for. He just wanted
Yeah.
her to be a little bit less crazy. He could have saved her at any moment, and he
Hmm.
never did because he really did want her to be obsessed. He just didn't want her to be like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, and so,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
didn't like.
obviously, at the end of the day, he's the bad one. He's the crazy one.
Yeah.
He's the villain in all this. But cool, pretty cool ending.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, man. But that movie was really creepy.
You know what I also liked in there is the dynamic him and his best friend. That best friend in the movie was funny as hell. You know what I'm talking about in that Obsession movie?
Yeah,
I don't know his name. I think that's the first thing I've seen him in. He might be in other things, but yeah, I thought he was pretty good in it. Thought that party scene, thought that was
dude.
insane.
Oh my
Yeah, so that
goodness,
was a really, really good scene. Freaky. I was like, ugh, look gross. Um, yeah,
bro. And
but
then
yeah,
after that party scene, and then
uh,
when that other girl texts him when he's in bed with her. And like he's just
yeah,
like that scene had me so creeped out. I was like, no, bro,
yeah,
don't text her. And then like
yeah,
he's texting her and then he goes outside to meet her. I was like, well, I
right,
know this ain't gonna end well. Like you
yeah,
just know it's not gonna end well. And so um yeah, man. That
yeah.
oh man,
It was a
good
good one.
movie. Good
Yeah,
movie. Um
we
was there
have
any
a
other
Disclosure Day coming in a
just
couple weeks.
couple
I think that's the
weeks, right?
next one.
Disclosure Day, Masters of the Universe comes out this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh
another one. Yeah, so we have some big ones coming up.
We got some big ones. Mandalorian and Grogu has been out. I saw that one. That is a good movie. That is
It
one of the
is.
better Star Wars movies.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Well,
worth seeing. I don't know what it's tracking like box office wise.
it's not doing
Um,
very well
no, I mean, dude,
because of the other good movies.
that's crazy. Yeah, it's a year ago, if you would have told them they're going up against Backrooms and Obsession, like it'd have been like, oh, perfect. This is going to be a great weekend, be a great couple weeks for Star Wars. Like they had no idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So they'll need to make between 5 and 600 million. They're at 246 million worldwide right now, and they were third in box office this week. Um, so it's going to be tough for them. They're probably maybe going to make like 300 because it usually slows way down because of the other great movies that are coming. Well, we don't know if
which
they're
they're
great
making
yet.
more
Great
money.
titles, which yeah, and yeah, right, which is crazy. So they're making more money each week. Obsession, I think, is the one that was doing that, and that's never been done before by a horror movie. Um, so yeah, no, it's going to be a good month. You also have Supergirl at the end of the month. So I mean, there's just going to be each week banger after banger, and yeah, if you're not a good movie in the summertime, you're going to get drowned out pretty
Dude,
quick.
that makes me think like obviously we were talking about Backrooms. We had been talking about Backrooms for a couple months now. We
Yeah.
weren't talking about Obsession like this. Is there
No.
is there another movie that we're missing out on
You know
that
what?
that's going to come out like in June or July?
You know what there is. Did you see that Hugh Jackman, is it
Yes,
Peter Pan,
the death of Robin Hood.
Death of Robin Hood? That movie looks great. I bet that's going to be, yeah, it's the thing that one's going to sneak up on people. And I think that one comes out in maybe a week too. I know it's
That comes
June,
out
I want to
soon.
say.
That comes out soon. I saw the trailer for that at Backrooms.
June 19th. So that one's the third week. So yeah, banger after banger. I think that's going to be yeah, like I said, I think that people are going to be talking about that one. It looks amazing.
So then, do you just in in theory, do you should we just go on the A24 calendar and see what they're releasing for the year then?
Dude,
Because dude, Obsession, we didn't, dude. In April, we were not talking about Obsession. Uh,
no,
so the fact
didn't know
that
about it.
didn't know about it,
Yeah.
and then it just like gave us like a week heads up, and then it dropped, and it's the talk of the town.
Yeah, yeah. It really and like you said, the director is what, 20 years old? Is he
He's
is
like in
he
his mid
the
20s.
yeah, okay, mid 20s and yeah, $1 million budget. They made over $100 million. So, I mean I'm pretty sure that's his money.
Dude,
So,
the return on
that's what he
investment,
made. Yeah, so
fire.
insane. He made an insane amount of money. He can only make other great movies. Hopefully he does that. And the good thing is that since he's a younger guy who can make a great movie with not a lot of money, he can either use the money in a great way for his next movie, or he can stick to the low budget movies because a lot of the low budget movies, dude, have been more enjoyable than the big blockbuster movies lately. So yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see
you
what he
can take
does
more
next.
risks with low budget movies.
Yeah,
And
for
also,
sure.
dude, that's another thing with Obsession. Who's in that movie that you know? Nobody,
Nobody. Yeah,
right? That is so refreshing and so cool that I mean, seemingly for the an average movie viewer, it's a movie of nobodies. Great
yeah,
storyline, great acting, young people all around, cast and crew, and they
right.
crushed it,
Yeah, man.
dude.
Yeah,
Love that, love that. So
yeah, it did great.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that puts more pressure on movies like Disclosure Day. Like I mean, I hate to say it, like Superwoman, like Spider-Man. Like does that put more pressure on them to be really great?
Um, I think they're gonna be great. So yeah, no, the Supergirl one, I don't know about that one. I think that one could definitely underperform just because I don't see a lot of people talking about that one.
Yeah.
I don't think that the trailers I don't know if the trailers built a lot of hype. It looks like you have maybe a pretty mid villain because Lobo's not the villain of the movie. So the villain is I think his name's Krim, or something like that. But we'll have to see. I do think that Lobo is going to be great. I don't know how much he's going to be in it. What if he's only in it like 10 minutes and then like the rest of the story, it's just one of those other comic book movies with a super mid villain that we're just introducing a character. So I think a lot of people are tired of that. I think if it's a really good movie and it adds to like the DCU where you have other characters that are in it, like Superman does have a little decent role. Maybe you see other guys. Maybe you do see Hal Jordan, maybe before that Lantern
Oh
series.
yeah, I was just gonna say maybe a Green
So
Lantern. Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, I think if you have that stuff in it, I think that's going to bring a lot more eyes to it. I think it's going to do really well, be a better story, but we'll have to see how that goes. I think, but as far as Disclosure Day and Spider-Man, I think they're going to be fantastic. I mean, that's all anybody's been saying about them. Like the early screenings of Spider-Man, they've been saying they've been amazing, and then the first reviews of Disclosure Day, they're saying it's the best stuff he's done in years. So I'm super excited for that one. I'm gonna have to go see that opening night for sure. Thursday night.
dude,
Go see
I'm
that one
pumped.
early.
I'm
Yeah.
pumped, man. All right, dude. Well, man, we had a hell of a run with May movies, man. So we'll
Good one.
see. We'll see what the summer comes. And I mean, yeah, seemingly like the movies we've been talking about the most haven't even come out yet. So,
Yeah.
super excited to see what's next. Got a lot on the plate. We'll talk about it all. We'll be covering a lot more NBA Finals. Go Spurs, go! If you're rooting for the Knicks, you need to unfollow us. That's wild. But yeah, man, this is fun. Uh, yeah, a lot more on the plate, a lot more on the plate, a lot more meat on the bone for us to cover. So this will be good. And shout out our kickball team, man. We won two straight.
Let's go.
We're 2-2, and team's coming along, man. Right? It
Coming
seems like
along. We're on a
a lot
roll.
more organized than we were the first 2 weeks.
I think we got it
So
down. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool, man. This has been fun. But
Hell yeah.
episode 17 in the cut. Like, thumbs up, subscribe. Dudes and Friends podcast. Catch us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Follow us everywhere. With the dude Brandon, I'm Ruben. Tell your friends. We'll catch you on the next episode.